F, switch from drunk jokes to leg day jokes. When will he learn? And if you don't find it funny, you clearly have never trained yours. Be warned, there is no alcohol-related intros today, finally, and I'm sorry, dude. I know you were looking forward to them, but they'll come back very soon. Jaime, I will pay you to don't say this in a video. In my particular case, LOL, how much? That's right, it's that time of the week. I am Jaime Rivera, this is Pocket Now, and this is our Pocket Now Daily Recap for last week. So on Monday, I asked you what would you think about a Motorola Nexus phablet, as the rumors are that the company is working on the Nexus 6 and that it will have a 5.9-inch display. We have 556 comments, out of which Michael Best says Motorola will undoubtedly make an awesome Nexus device, but 5.9 inches is a bit extreme. The only way the size would work is if they add features that complement the size, like multitasking, and you make a solid point there. The only reason why I like the Note lineup is because of the split-screen multitasking that was at some point unique and only available on Note devices. You can now get them on almost every other Samsung phone, but yeah, that's really the only reason why I would put up with a bigger phone as well. And Raulito says, no thanks, I got tired of a big phone. They should keep it at 4.7 inches or 5.5 inches. And wouldn't it be cool if we actually had two different Nexus smartphones, a bigger one and a smaller one? And another commenter says, just the other day I was thinking of a bigger screen for 5-inch Nexus 5. This would be just perfect, and the problem is 5.9 inches is huge. The Galaxy Note 3 is not uncomfortable, but yeah, it is a big phone. It's really hard to hide in your pocket, so not everybody likes that. I wish we had some choice. Then on Tuesday, I asked you if you ever wait to buy anything until December, as the rumors are that Apple is going to hold its launch of the iPhone 6, the 5.5-inch model, until December. And we have 334 comments, out of which Alex Yoon says, my contract is over in December, so I need a new phone. And yeah, a lot of people will have their contracts over by that time, but not very many people. Actually, people go crazy on launch date, and usually happens in September. So a lot of people will be left from September to December waiting for the other iPhone if they do. John Castro says, no, I wouldn't buy a phone in December. The fact that it's so close to CES and MWC would make me hold off to see what's announced there. MWC, CES, yeah, MWC, yes, but CES doesn't really launch that very many good phones, so we'll see. The Neo12 says, I'm not buying the 4.7-inch iPhone, and I'm not buying it. I want the 5.5-inch, but the Nexus 6 could come out before December, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not waiting for any company. The biggest problem is that, yes, there are some really great smartphones right now, like the LG G3, the HTC One W8, so it's probably not even worth waiting now. We'll see how that goes. Then on Wednesday, I asked you what smartwatch design do you prefer, as Samsung has just patented a round smartwatch, even though all the ones they've been doing are square. We have 425 comments, out of which one of them says a circular display on a watch feels and looks more natural than a square display. Moto 360, now that's a beautiful watch. You know, we've been used to seeing round watches for the longest time, but then we've also been used to seeing squared ones. I honestly don't agree that there is anything natural about a watch. It's just an accessory, but it depends on how you were brought up and what smartwatch, or should I say, what watch did you wear back in the day. And Karthik says, square looks better, round is classic, and I do agree with that comment, definitely. And then Laser Lens says, I can't see myself wearing a square on my wrist. Look around on your body and you'll notice that you are curved. Really, not straight. Square watches look terrible and aren't practical. I don't agree. This is a square watch and I love it. It really depends on your taste, and it really depends on how well it was designed. It depends on quality. But I do get your point. There is a sort of nature towards curves, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it applies to accessories. If not, then all smartphones would be round. Then on Thursday, I asked you, what do you think Samsung needs to do to improve, as the company hasn't been selling smartphones really well over the last couple of quarters, as per the quarter results. We have 1,390 comments. I think that's a record, guys. Thanks a lot. Out of which Dachi says, Samsung needs to make less phones with better specifications and better support. You know, I'm not going to agree with everything here. They have great specifications on every phone, at least the high-end phones, and they do offer really good support. I really think that they need to do less phones. Yes, I do agree, or probably find a different name than it's not Galaxy. And then as McCarthy says, maybe Galaxy sales are down because people are waiting for the S5F or the Note 4. That could be a good point. A lot of people are waiting for the big revamp of the iPhone 6. A lot of people are waiting for the buzz behind the Galaxy Note 4 as well. These people are creating their own demons here. They're building up for other phones that aren't launched yet, and then, you know, people hold back from buying, and that effect is really negative. in my opinion. Then Minitough says Samsung needs to change their software, get rid of the S stuff with no uses, make less phones. It gets confusing with too many options, and maybe try experimenting with new phone designs. Cough, metal, cough. They also need to get their own game with updates. No one wants to wait months for an update to their phone, and yeah, exactly that. All that. And finally, on Friday, I asked you, would you prefer a Moto 360 in plastic just to get wireless charging, or will you allow it to be metal without wireless charging, as the rumors are that it will be plastic just to be able to bring a wireless charging plate. We have 480 comments, out of which Abdul says, if it does end up being with plastic, I would like to see the price drop. We don't know what the price is going to be yet, but yeah, sure, why not? And Brendan says, I would prefer if they made two variants, just like the HTC One M8 and E8. This way people would choose what they want, and I agree with that. That should be the way. You want wireless charging, pay for it. You don't want wireless charging, don't pay for it. I prefer metal. And finally, Jacob says, how about a Moto 360 be metal and have wireless charging and start trying to make a smartwatch that will succeed in the industry? And I love this comment. You are so right. The rumors are that apparently it will be metal and it will include wireless charging, which is great. Those are the newer rumors before these comments. And yeah, we do need the smartwatch market to take off. It's been existing for more than a year, and they've sold less than 1 million units combined, I believe. That's actually terrible performance. We'll see how it goes, because yes, we do need the market to grow. It is a good idea, but for some reason, people are not really buying into it. That's it for our Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you very much for watching. A couple of tips if you want your comments to be featured. Number 1, keep them short. Number 2, stick to the point. Number 3, try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. You can also follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week.